guys, what's going on? Last reading of the day. Listen, the first reading I just did, it kept cutting in, cutting off. I had to do this, do that. I'm gonna have to edit some shit. It was just going crazy. You know, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes things, they just don't want to come out, but they need to. But anyway, let me continue. If you want a personal, let me add this too. I do if you want a personal, you want a love reading, I'll do the personal love reading, okay? I am capable of doing love readings. I just don't do it here. Okay? So send me an email. And I'm not going to be all bitchy, okay? Because it's a personal. You're paying for it. How could I be bitchy? All right? Anyway. What's going on with the collective? Listen. I like this energy, though. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. A lot of you are aware that there's a lot of shit to change within, right? But you're kind of like, maybe you're worried or anxious about, are you focusing on the right thing? Like, are you doing it fast enough? Are you raising your frequency fast enough, right? So you're doing all these things, reading all these books at one time, trying to focus on many things, which is great. I love it. But you have to slow down, or you won't be able to digest the change. You understand? Take time aside, right, to kind of organize your shadow work. What I do is I have a journal, or I used to before my daughter tore it up. But I started off with this journal. I wrote down every tiny thing that I felt like I could change. Yeah, I nitpicked at myself. Might as well. If I can nitpick at things in life, why can't I nitpick at myself about getting better, right? So I wrote down everything that I needed to change. And I started with the most important thing. This was like maybe 2 years ago. First thing I started with, lying. You see what I'm saying? Start with the major thing. And then break down what it is that causes you to do that. For me, it was fear. You understand? Some of you need to put time aside to do that. Make like an appointment with yourself, like a girls' night, but alone. You know what I mean? You know how us girls be like, oh, I'm going to soak tonight. Well, why don't you journal, you know? This is 5 swords. All right, some of you are about to make massive changes within, right? There's going to be people that don't like it. They're not going to like it. They're going to isolate you. They're going to chastise you. They're going to tell you you're doing too much. Listen, but the secret here is they're low-key intimidated. People who are afraid to make changes, people who are afraid to move forward, when you do it, it will intimidate them. They might not even realize it. They might not even know why, right? But it's just like, for example, let's say you moved out of a shit neighborhood and you moved somewhere better. Are people acting the same towards you? For a lot of you, probably not. And I'm not saying that's just an example. You know what I mean? Why are the cards upside down? All right. Your spirit guides, whoever the fuck you talk to, Lucifer, God, Jesus, I don't give a fuck who you talk to. They want you to know that you're doing fine. For those of you that are really focusing on changing, they want you to know you're doing fine. There's no need to worry. There's no need to rush. As long as you stay on that path, of reflection. As long as you stay on that path and don't fall off. This is even for the people who are the most accountable beings in the world, there's never enough. There's always going to be something. I think I said that in the last reading. So they want you to know you're good. Don't worry yourself so much. There's no time frame for the path that you're on. What's this Nine of Swords? Yeah, see? Some of you are you're already noticing the change in people around you, how they're treating you, how they're acting around you. Some people, you're not getting invited out as much as you used to. Your family could be calling you kind of names or saying you acting funny. You know how them, hood bitches that I've dealt with them before. Oh, you acting funny, all because you changed. Phooey. That's what you're going through though right now. And it's kind of hurting you. It's kind of hurting your feelings. You feel isolated. What's this for? See, this is why I say you need to slow down. You need to take time to journal. All right? This Four of Swords reverse, this Page of Pentacles reverse. You're not taking time to really digest the lesson. You're not taking time to kind of reprogram yourself, because it is like a reprogramming, right? You have to take time to sit in it. You can't just, for example, for me, it was like, oh, okay, I need to stop lying. And then I don't go 2 days I went 2 days without lying. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me focus on, gossiping. You can't do that. Because a lot of times our behavior, our activity is because of things, deep down, trauma and stuff like that. Like I said, my lying was because of fear type thing. You know what I mean? All right. I'm getting a few things off of this, okay? About the journaling, right? When you do this, when I said write out your worst aspects to your least worst, you know what I mean? Write the worst ones first to the least worst. Make sure you're being honest with yourself. Don't just tiptoe over this, right? Because you're already in this deep, which is perfect, right? But make sure you're really going at everything. It's like a reading I first did. Make sure your shadow work isn't just a reflection of, oh, I let people take advantage of me. That's still, you know what I mean? That's cool, but there's always something else. It's easy to do shadow work when it still involves other people, especially when it kind of victimizes you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're really hitting the things that you struggle with just alone, right? That's what I'm getting off of that, okay? Or I just heard with this Three of Swords that came out with that, I'm hearing don't tiptoe over it now, because in the future, once you really get hit with it, you're going to be a little taken back, and you're going to be a little bit disappointed in yourself. It's going to put you in a kind of depressive state, because you're going to think you did the work, and you did some, but you didn't do the real nitty gritty. Don't be this in the future, right? You want to go ahead and do it now. Speaking from experience, just do it now. Don't, anyway, I was about to go into story time. I'll do that another time. What's this over here? All right, also, when you start doing this spiritual work and people start seeing it, or they've already seen it, right? They've seen the changes in you. Don't let people's comments or undermine your work, right? Don't make people seem like it's a competition. especially when they're not really doing it. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you have a group of friends. You're like, oh, I want to stop doing this, right? And one of them is like, well, I already stopped doing that. Fuck her. Most likely she didn't. You know, just an example. Don't make people seem like it's a race. And don't let them undermine your actual changes by this like weird compare contrast shit they got going on. Okay? I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but when we get closer and closer to this whatever the fuck, this transformative energy, these readings are just getting more and more brutal. My goodness. What's this right here? Right here with this friend stuff and people treating me wrong. See this Ace of Wands and this Three of Cups reversed? It's not going to work. Stop trying to think of ways that, oh, I can still act like this and then still grow. No. A lot of times you have to completely die to yourself. You have to completely let people go. There is no in between. And sometimes people just aren't supposed to be there. You can't negotiate real change, even if that means being around certain people. Right? Okay? Six of Cups wanted to pop out, so a lot of you are healing like inner childhood wounds or just some pain from the past. You could be dealing with some of these people that's tripping up on you. Could be childhood friends. What's this over here? See, look. Right where I said take your time. Your spirit people, God, Lucifer, whoever, Satan, I don't give a fuck. Right when I said they want you to take your time, look, Knight of Pentacles came out. Slow and steady, darling. As long as you stay on that path. That's all they want you to do. Okay? All right. This Queen of Wands reverse stayed at the bottom, right? I wanted to ignore her, but beware of covert narcissists for some of you. Okay? Acting like they mean well, but they don't mean well. Wanting pity parties, but, you know, they always want a pity party. You know? If you've dealt with narcissists a lot, you know, it's easy to point out, even though covert narcissists are a little harder. Look, she wanted to come out again. Anyway, that was just for someone specific. Anything else? Don't get caught up in drama. Don't get caught up in drama. Don't get caught up with your ex messing with this. I don't care if your ex is screwing your friend. You're rising above that. Do not get caught up in drama. That shit's stupid. It's dumb. Let them screw her. Let them bust in her. I don't give a fuck if she's your current friend. You've got bigger things to handle. That's dumb. And please, if you're working on your temper especially, don't go fight abroad because she screwed your ex and she's supposed to be your friend. Really, both of them can burn if that's what they did to you, right? Especially in this case, the friend, if it's your ex, look at your friend. Now, it's different if he was your man and y'all still together, you know, then they're both to blame. But if it's your ex and your friend screwed him, don't backtrack because of something like this. That's really specific, okay? That's dumb. That's stupid. Look, I'm telling you, Tower and the Ace of Cups, you are going through a change willingly. Just take your time, but understand everyone around you is not going to be with you. They're not supposed to be with you. Okay? You cannot negotiate growth again. You just can't. Alright? Look, justice at the bottom. It's going to all work out. And guess what's under that? The 10 of Cups. Roll with it. Roll with it. Stay on that path. Roll with it. It's all going to pay off. Screw them bitches. Screw them. But it's going to have to come with an ending. A painful one. Okay? That's it. Well, let me pull some cards. I'm getting drawn to this one. Okay, what's going on here? Expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. Look. Hear that word transform? Hold on. Hear that word transform in there? It's been a very chaotic day. Yeah, you're transforming, so things are going to manifest for you. Long story short with that one. Don't let anyone stop it. Look, evolution. It says you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Fuck the love part. On your path to enlightenment. They're all obstacles. Especially when I'm talking about someone specific dealing with a covert narc or dealing with a some drama, okay? Don't fall for it. Cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Start up here. I'm going back to that write down journal. Journal the worst aspects of yourself to the least worst. You can write the cons if you want to, but if you're fucking hard-headed and stubborn like me, I mean, you can write the pros if you want to, but if you're stubborn and hard-headed like me, it's not the time for pros. This is a time for self-reflection. You know what parts are good about you. Most people don't know what's bad about them. You know, it's up to you. But me personally, it's not the time. It's not the time for brownie points. It's not the time. Okay? And vision at the bottom. No matter what you see, the bigger picture of a love. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. I mean, I guess that speaks for itself. No matter what you see, no matter what, you see the bigger picture of the loving, just universe. Yeah, understand that what you're doing, all the losses, everything you're going through, it's all a part of a bigger picture. I forgot how to read commas for a second. That's why, listen, I haven't been to school in a long time. So, anyway, that's it, guys. That was a good one. I wish you luck if you resonated with that one. I really do.